Hello, my name is Patrick, and welcome to my debate over the environment. So, I think the first thing that we need to establish in this debate that global warming is real. Climate change is real. There's much debate over this, but for this particular debate, I think we can all agree that the climate is changing and human pollution and output is definitely taking a toll on the environment. So, here we go. My first point is exactly that: global warming. Sorry. I'm arguing that environmental considerations must take precedent over economic developmental considerations. So, the first problem we have with global warming is obviously natural disasters, and this in itself would ruin the economy. You can see that in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, several years it wasn't the same. The economy wasn't the same. The city wasn't the same. Then a second factor of global warming is obviously decreased crop output in the agricultural sector. Um, so obviously droughts or too much rainfall can cause a crop not to grow, therefore decreasing the economic output of a staple in many countries around the world. The agricultural sector is a staple of the economy in many countries around the world, especially the developing world. And then also on global warming, obviously the economy can't exist without the environment. If the environment is destroyed, that puts so many sectors of the economy out of business, and that would result in absolutely no economic output whatsoever, developmental output over economic developmental output whatsoever. So due to global warming, a couple more things could happen to affect our environment. So the first of those is the extinction of animal species. And this is extremely important, not only from a moral standpoint, where you might think, oh yeah, we need to save this species of animals because they're beautiful, they're unique, or anything like that. Like that's obviously important, but what's more important is that many animal species on our planet are necessary for survival. So a few examples of this are if there were no bats on this planet, the number of mosquitoes and spiders would grow exponentially because bats naturally take care of those for us. And then an even more damning fact is that if there were no bees on this planet, that would cut down 1/3 of our total food source, and I'm not talking about just agriculture, our entire food source. And basically, with no bees on this planet, humans wouldn't last very long. They produce so many different. They help in the production of so many different foods, and yeah, pretty much. And then the last point on global warming having an effect on our environment is obviously the natural beauty of our wonderful world. So, and then a big factor here is national parks. Obviously, we have tons of them in the United States, and they generate a good amount of money. That's a huge sector of the economy in some states. Um, and also, natural beauty makes cities more attractive. I know here in Phoenix, particularly, I love the landscape here with the desert mixed with the greenery and the palm trees. It's wonderful, and it would be a shame if global warming caused that to go away. So overall, I think that environmental considerations should definitely take precedent over economic developmental considerations. Sure, making more money is great, but in the end, when global warming happens, when global warming takes its toll on the environment, and we have no environment, there will be no environment for us to conduct business and make an economy in. So yeah, once again, two of the most important effects of global warming are the extinction of animal species and the destruction of natural beauty, and obviously the decreased crop output, and then adding to that, global warming would cause several like many sectors of the economy to go out of business and out of work. Just take for example the fishing industry. If global warming reaches the point where some species of fish that are staples in the human diet start to go extinct, that's a huge sector of the economy gone right there. Yes. So, in conclusion, obviously, environmental considerations should always take precedent over economic developmental considerations. We have to think of the long term and not the short term as a human race and the human species. Thank you for your time, and have a good one.